watching First Take repeat, man. This is funny as hell. Dan Orlovsky's list. You got Emeka Egbuka 5, Puka Nacua 4, Jared Goff 3, Daniel Jones 2, Baker Mayfield 1, right? For his top 5 MVP candidates. So Mina Kimes and Ryan Clark and Stephen A is like, yo, well, where's Dak Prescott? The way he's played. And, you know, that's an iffy list. You know, you could put Dak up there, man. You know, Dak is playing good football, but what he said against who, he didn't really put context to, like, why they winning. And then Shorty, what's her name? Mina Khan's like, but you had Joe Burrow last year, you know, when they would lose a game, because he wasn't the reason all the time they were losing. They didn't have a defense and they didn't have a running game. You know, to me, it's context has to be put into this. Like, you know, give me an explanation, be like, of why, man. And an explanation of why Dak shouldn't be there is, he could have said was, he did say, like, the Giants and the Jets, you know, they're not playing elite competition, you know, and you know, these other guys are like fighting, you know, like when you put Baker Mayfield there, you can understand why Baker Mayfield is there, because like without Baker Mayfield, you know, he's the comeback kid. He's the guy that's going to keep you always in the game. You know, we've seen, you know, like Dak hasn't, you know, that team hasn't looked good against good teams, you know, at all. So, you know, when we look at Baker Mayfield, they're in every game. When you look at the Bengals, they're always in the game with Joe Burrow. You know, they're not getting destroyed and you know, they're always in the game. They lose about dumb stuff like, you know, flag, penalty, or, it'd be dumb things that happen in the game that be causing them to lose or put them in a position where it's like Joe Burrow can't save them all the time. You know, like, you know, Baker Mayfield, on the other hand, he's going to light you up, and he's you know, he keeps you in the game. Jared Goff, that was a good pickup there, because he keeps you always in the game with Jared Goff. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he's gonna have a bad game here and there. He's not, you know, a lights out quarterback, but Jared Goff will light you up, man, and he's gonna keep you in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? And he got his team, you know, that team wouldn't be playing at a high level if he's not there. And that's what, you know, to me, an MVP is like, can you play at a high level? Can you get your team, can you elevate your team to play at a high level? Dak is not really elevating the Cowboys to play at a high level. When you're putting up numbers against the Jets and the Giants, two teams that are combined 1-9 or some shit. Like, it's you know, you're not that, to me, that's not MVP. You know, we can't reward you for being MVP, you know, putting up stats against teams that, you know, aren't playing well. So he should have explained his point more like that. You know, they jumped on him, but he didn't explain his point. You know, to me, that's just my opinion. You know, I'm just a fan, B. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I just watch, man, and I just, you know, felt like, you know, he could have explained his point a little bit better. Those receivers that he had up there, you know, they're having good years too, but you know, those, you know what I'm saying, like those receivers, like Baker Mayfield was doing this last year, you know, without that receiver having that much impact, you know. He's kind of been doing this most of his career, except for those like years in Cleveland, you know what I'm saying, where it was like it felt like he was a little more restricted. You know, Goff been doing this, you know, for a long time too. Like, Goff was putting up numbers in LA. You know, he was a decent quarterback there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, they had more cuffs on him You know, man, he was more under the coach's control. But with this over here in Detroit, you know, the way they're calling plays for him, you know, they're calling plays to you know, allow him to, you know, use his strengths. You know what I mean? So he's been doing this. You know, Daniel Jones he had up there. You know, we've seen Daniel Jones have success when everything around him is working. So to have him as an MVP candidate, I don't know. I might have replaced him with Dak. You know what I'm saying? Like those other guys are having monster years. Nakua and the other guy, Egbuka. You know, they're having monster years. You know what I'm saying? Like, and but you know, Daniel Jones, he's a product of, you know, the supporting cast more than himself. Like, you know, just out there. You know, all you got to do as a quarterback, if you can play in the system, is play mistake-free football. Don't turn the ball over. It's easier said than done, but don't turn the football over. You know what I mean? And he's been put in a position where his defense is playing good. You got Jonathan Taylor, a great running game, and you know what I'm saying? Like he's not in a position, like when he had Saquon healthy and they were able to run the football and you know, he had a couple of receivers to get the ball to. He wasn't bad because he had the talent around him and he had a system around him. So that's what's making him a better quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like, not because of just himself. So you know, man, like I would have probably replaced him with, you know, if you're gonna replace anybody, I would replace with Dak, because Dak is the sole reason they're 2-2 and 1. But you know, at the same time, Dak is not like elevating that team to you know, playoff level. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, you know, like I said, that is what makes you an MVP. How much do you elevate your team? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, not just putting up numbers. You know. But anyways, man, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna get ready to try to hit this gym up, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, Many Face Publishing, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Peace.